Welcome back everyone to Data Science for Everyone. Today we're going to be talking about the analysis of existing and externally created material. Let's get started. So what we're going to be talking about is where material has already been created. Now this is where the researcher can elicit fresh data, and here we're also going to deal with the use of material that has already existed and which was not created by the investigator or for the investigator. Now, documents are going to be scrutinized by the researcher so that an individual may learn more about a particular organization or institution within which the participants are being approached in the main phase of the fieldwork. When methods such as one-to-one interviews, focus groups, and questionnaires or observation are put to use. Now, it's important to list the relevant organizational documents by indicating only their types and general characteristics, with the actual titles and corporate authors remaining undisclosed. Background information is essentially important in qualitative research, where the fieldwork organization may not have been chosen with a view to it being typical of a broad group which it belongs to. A reader of the final report may wish to learn whether the nature of the organization featured in the research is sufficiently similar to an organization in which they are interested in. The researchers should not necessarily accept at face value the information provided in the documents. It cannot be taken for granted that the impression of an organization that emerges in the policy statement will necessarily be reflected in the actuality of the practice. And even if no attempt is made to mislead information within the documents about what takes place inside of an organization may be rendered inaccurate over time with changes to the working practices. It's possible to integrate the use of sources of this type into the main phases of data collection and analysis within a project. Research is never based primarily or wholly on documentary material. The way in which documents are implemented and employed as a principal rather than a subsidiary source of data varies according to the researcher's purposes and the nature of the material under consideration. At the open end of the spectrum, the individual may treat the documents in the same way that a qualitative researcher would work with the transcripts of a one-to-one interviews or focus groups, allowing concepts to emerge from the material itself and remaining vigilant in revealing quotations that can be included in the report. Individuals may have noted the phenomenon of interest from the outset and be more concerned with the undertaking frequency counts in terms of the number of occasions a particular term appears or a certain issue is raised. Instead of generating his or her own figures from documents, the researcher may focus from sources that are themselves statistical. Potential flaws inherent in such document-based research can be as follows. Not only are there many questions to be asked of the trustworthiness of the sources themselves, the research that utilizes them may also have, at its core, debatable inferences in relation to the material consulted. We always need to question the trustworthiness of the sources themselves. Citation analysis constitutes a particular form of documentary scrutiny and is one that has been widely employed for a range of purposes. This is used to explore the state of a particular discipline's development. Citation analysis may also be used to assess how far studies that lie within territorial impacts on other fields. Citation analysis has a history of a use in the investigation of people's information behavior, and it is here that the most basic form of citation analysis is typically adopted, as a researcher is likely to be concerned with simply noting patterns in the individual's use of information sources. Two intrinsic concepts associated with citation analysis. One is a bibliographic coupling, where the reference lists of two documents share one or more of the same cited documents. Two, co-citation, which occurs when two citations are cited together. Many of the key strengths and weaknesses of citation analysis are well apparent when the method is used in a study of information behavior. Citation analysis is typically applied to determine the currency of sources consulted to identify the different types of information materials that have been employed, and by extension, to ascertain the individual's relative levels of use of resources of particular kinds. Citation analysis is a bridge between the survey methods and the case study approach. Citation analysis itself offers little illumination by the quantitative measurement. It affords no insights into the personal or individual circumstances that have led to the use of the particular sources. The limitations of citation analysis in an information behavior context is that since its application depends on the outcomes of information seeking action leading to the creation of a product, like an essay or report, use is usually restricted to the academic arena. Its value is also dependent on the individuals producing honest, accurate, and legible reference lists and bibliographies. Citation analysis tends to deal in the where and the what of information seeking, whilst logging software can give more of an insight into the how. Two methods share a fundamental similarity in that just as a researcher employing citation analysis may simply work from material that has been submitted by individuals, or the researcher may be involved at a planning stage is stipulating the information that should be provided by the learners in each of their citations, an equivalent range of possibilities is open to the researcher using the logging technique. On the one hand, a researcher may merely exploit existing features of a system and draw on the data it routinely provides. One of the main attractions of the method is that, unlike citation analysis, it is not dependent on the information user producing an accurate and honest record of their information seeking experience in a particular situation. Logs offer a direct and immediately available record of what people have done, not what they say they might or would do, not what they were prompted to say, not what they thought they did. If you guys find this helpful, please comment, subscribe, and hit that like button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.